on Divorce Court today. Politics and romance don't mix for a couple who've been together for years and share a child. Isaac claims Raven's radical feminism is ruining their lives together, but she says their lack of intimacy can be blamed on his addiction to porn. Raven Oaks and Isaac Gray have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Ms. Oaks, you say that you can't trust Mr. Gray because he's addicted to porn, he doesn't take you seriously, he doesn't follow through with things, and he doesn't make you feel special anymore. Let's start out with the porn.
The porn.
What is it? Because you've been together for a while now, 4 years. You're looking to get out. You're looking for some transitional support. What's going on with the porn that is making you so uncomfortable?
Honestly, it wasn't a problem at first. It really wasn't. It was not a problem until I got pregnant and had our daughter, and I started not feeling special. It started to feel like he was taking me for granted, and
how did he change? What wasn't he doing, or what was he doing that felt different after your child was born?
He became less attentive. All of a sudden, the things that he used to do and the things that he used to do to make me feel special and everything that he did to win my heart in the first place stopped. And it was almost as though he thought he didn't have to try anymore. He got me pregnant. I was there forever. And that's when the porn became a problem, because it was suddenly it went from, oh, you know, sometimes I'm not ready, and sometimes I can't, and it went from that to sometimes he just doesn't want me, and sometimes I'm not worth the work, and that's when it became
Mr.
a
Gray,
problem.
did you hear what she just said? Okay. Is there any truth to it, or do you think she's just misinterpreting what's going on at your house?
Yeah, I think that there is a misinterpretation there. Like she said, it wasn't a problem at the beginning.
Right.
And the only thing that's changed since the beginning, you know, is we've had a daughter since then. I treat her the exact same way I did when we first got together. You know, and the porn thing, it's better that I, you know, look at women on the internet than go out and actually pursue them in real life.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you feel that Ms. Oaks is not as sexually attractive or just sexually interested since the baby was born?
Oh, no, I still feel the same way sexually attracted towards her. It's just after she had the baby, you know, there was that period where, you know, we could not have sexual interaction. But I feel that period went on a lot longer than medically mandated. Yes.
Okay. Do you think she's less interested in sex now in general?
Yes.
Are you?
I waited and I counted the days, thinking and hoping and praying that maybe if Isaac and I could reconnect sexually, that the disconnect I was feeling
and the love
from
would
him,
come back.
Yeah, would be fixed, and they're not fixed. So why do I still want to have sex with him?
Mr. Gray, sometimes in a relationship, people get a little contented and lazy. Can you just think back and think, I didn't make a decision to be less attentive, but it may have turned out that way. Could that possibly be what's going on?
There's a possibility. You know, I do work all day, and I do know sometimes I come home and just kind of hang up the hat, so to speak. I like to relax, you know, and there could be a possibility. I don't put as much of an effort, but I think half of it has to do with, you know, we have a little girl now.
Right.
And some of my attention has gone from her to, you know, my daughter.
Which has to be.
Which
you
has
understand?
to be, yes.
That's got to be, both of you.
I want that.
Right.
I want that. I've always wanted that. And the one thing that I have loved and the one thing that has kept me in this relationship is the fact that he is doting on his daughter.
Right.
He dotes on her. He loves her more than he loves anything, and that's good for me.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Sometimes after a woman has a baby, we feel all sluggish and jiggly and ooh, you're a mother so long that you got to give us a little extra to rev up the engine. You know what I mean? Because we're fighting a couple of other fights. Our hormones are over here, over there, over down here, and that doesn't just go away immediately because there's all that kind of stuff. So sometimes you got to put a little more effort into getting us where you need us to be. Did you put a little extra effort into it?
Maybe not as much as I should have.
Yeah. And I think men just don't understand that because you don't understand what weirdness is going on with the hormones and stuff and the exhaustion and things. So that might solve a bit of your problem right there, but I'm just putting that out there. Having said that, I want to go on to something that's really concerning you. You say when you first got together, you didn't realize, but you realize now that she is a feminist, and you have a problem with that.
Yes,
Tell me what it is she does as a feminist that you feel is incompatible with your relationship.
Well, she bases all of her decisions in life on feminism.
Okay.
For example, her religious beliefs are pagan. And I believe that is because, pagan beliefs are in a unisex being. There is no sex. Mm-hmm. Whereas my Christian belief is, in a male deity. And she has a big problem with that. It's just one of those things where I think feminism in general is discriminatory.
In what manner?
In what manner? Well, it's like, wouldn't it, if they support all rights, wouldn't it be humanism, not feminism?
I think that you're confused with the name. I think, because I was born in the beginning of the feminists, we were saying we're not second-class citizens, because we were. We should have equal pay for equal work. We should be able to work outside the home. We should be treated, you know what I mean? That's what the feminism was, is that we should be treated equally with men, not like lesser people.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Next, facts based on research or facts based on personal beliefs, which are killing this relationship. Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Couples in crisis, real resolution. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Oakes, I think you feel unimportant and less than, and not really heard. You said something in your petition that I thought was very interesting. You said when the two of you disagree on something, he doesn't honor your opinion at all. I mean, he dismisses you as like you're a little simple because you don't have the facts to back it up. Why don't you give me an example of something that you've argued about and the manner in which he makes you feel dismissed?
Feminism. I have talked to him about this. Just the other day we had a discussion, and it was not that I didn't have facts, it was that my facts came from the internet, because I research things online because it's a resource that I have, and he scoffs at me and brushes it off. Anytime he hears that I got some kind of information off the internet, I read an article, well, that's from the internet, so you can't know it's true. They can put anything on the internet. And he just brushes me off. He pats me on the head, not really, but he proverbially pats me on the head and sends me on my way.
So you read?
No.
So where do you get your facts from?
Just usually, from the educational sources I've had in the past. But
So you really don't have facts. You have really firm beliefs, and they're not supported by facts. It's just what you believe, and the fact that she has beliefs that are different that can be supported by some. The internet. You can put lies in books. Mein Kampf was a long book and wasn't nothing right in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and you don't even read. So the fact that she has outside facts, you can't just say you got them from the internet and they're not good. Wikipedia is very good. You know what I mean? They have, because the people argue over what the facts are, and they work at it, and they fight. And they do have good articles on the internet written by intelligent people. I've written a few with facts in them. You know what I mean? I take all those little books I read at Harvard, and then I take all the little books that I read when I got my doctorate in law, and then I take my 20 years of legal experience, and I take all my judicial courses and classes, and I condense them into a thought, and I speak truths. Happens. Do you believe her point of view is dangerous to your relationship? Like it somehow, because I know you have some disagreements about the way you raise your daughter, which are very important. So why don't you tell me what concerns you have in that area?
Definitely discipline is number one.
Okay.
You know, I believe in, physical discipline. I believe very strongly, in spanking your children and not beating them in any way. But it's one of those things where I don't even have to do research or studies to know that, it is one of those, proven areas where, kids who are spanked less tend to
Now, see,
stray.
you say you don't want to do any research or studies, but it has been proven by what I don't know that children who are spanked less are worse. You see how that doesn't make logical sense? You think because you believe something that it's factual. And you may find that your beliefs aren't supported by the facts, but you'll never know because you don't read. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not getting mad at you, but a lot of people do. If you believe something enough, you believe it's factual and it's proven, but you've never done the research or read the information to indicate that it's factual or proven. Or, check this out, this is deep. We know more today about a lot of things than we did 30 years ago. We did, you know what I mean? Things change. We figure stuff out. There was a time they used to say, not too long ago, black people ain't quite as bright. Black people aren't as good as, black people aren't really quite human. They got tails and all of that kind of stuff. Wasn't that long ago? And people believed that. They believed it so much if they wanted to put a black kid in a school with a white kid that the mothers would come out there with signs, get these ends out of here. They were angry. They were crying. They were hosing black people because it was true that filth that we were could not contaminate the white community. They knew it. They knew. And so what you know is not necessarily true, but you can always test your ideas. You never marry your ideas. Just go steady with them because a better idea may come along. And and you won't know it because you don't read and you don't look. You see what I'm saying?
When Divorce Court continues, what godfather surprise does Isaac bring to court?
Do you think Raven and Isaac can get past their political differences and rekindle their romance? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Let me ask you about how what your plans are to raise your children. How do your beliefs differ from his? I understand that you don't believe in spanking.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want my daughter to be raised to not have any limits. Mm-hmm. I don't want her to limit herself to her genitalia. I don't want her to limit herself to what society says is acceptable for her to do. Mm-hmm. I don't want her to limit herself at all. And so I raised her telling her that everything is possible.
Now, I don't think that's what he's saying, though.
No,
that she's limited by her gender.
No.
I didn't get that from him. Well, I'm just talking about spanking right now because to give your child great opportunities and prospects is different from how much you discipline them.
I model good behaviors for my daughter, and I talk to her. Even though she's only one, even though she can't yet really completely understand all the words I'm saying, I know that if I talk to her and raise her with the knowledge that this is right and this is wrong and this is why, that's the best I have been able to do to make sure that she's going to go out into the world and be a good person and be a person who does not cause harm to other people.
As a woman who's raised 6 children, you're a little off on that one. They're not logical people. You speak to them, you talk to them, but sometimes you just need to discipline them. And I'm not saying it necessarily has to be spanking, but if you're just a chit-chatting mother.
No, I'm not.
You know what I mean? No, you cannot.
And she's told no. She is
And
given.
respect her elders and be
Yes.
quiet. All of that needs to happen.
And it's all taught to her. And I make sure of that. I just don't think that I have to hit her to make
I
her
understand,
understand.
and reasonable people can disagree on that one, and I get you. You said you understood what I told you about facts and beliefs. Would you be able to accept that maybe you don't understand how she feels and what she needs and why she feels unloved, and that you might need to listen to her more?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you think he gets it, or you think he's
sounds
just pacifying me?
He sounds like the guy I used to call Work Isaac, because we met on the job, and he was a manager, and he had this attitude outside of work that was awesome. He's fun, and he's goofy, and he was sincere, and he cared about what I had to say.
But now listen, Ms. Oakes, that's what business is.
I understand
You
that.
know,
but he's Work Isaac right now. This is Work Isaac. He sounds like he's telling me, okay, I'm sure that you think you understand, but I know best.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Here's what I want to say. Her problem is you're rigid and you think you're right all the time. You're saying you don't know anything, you're not bright, you're saying you're not worth my time, I'm not interested, your feelings are inappropriate, I can't believe you feel that way, you're wrong, you're confused, you're a woman, and as such, you quite don't have it together. Do you see that she's crying over here? Do you know why she's crying? Because I'm telling her exactly how she feels. Because I figured it out. Do you hear what I'm telling you? You make her feel like less than. You take your rigidity and your rightness and your I'm a dude and I know more, and you're making her feel like nothing with it. You with me? A real man who's strong and a leader in his home doesn't just bring in money and make edicts. What he does is he takes the woman he says he's loved and cherished, and he makes her feel that way. He fulfills needs he doesn't have. Even when she's cold, you hot, you get her a sweater, even though you think she shouldn't be hot. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a silly example, but that's how she feels. Did I get that right?
Yeah, and it's not even that, like, he's a great guy. I fell in love with him for a reason, you know? And I hate the fact that I have to even go to this extent to get him to understand what I need from him. And I hate that it's coming to this.
You'll never be able to satisfy her if you don't listen to her, and with the belief that she knows what she's talking about. Ms. Oakes, I think you need to make a decision about what you want and decide if he ain't it, that you walk on. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm here.
Huh?
I said that's why I'm here.
Okay.
If this is it, and he's obviously not the man that I need him to be, then I need to go and find my own happy. And
Absolutely. Do you
that's
want some
why
money
I'm
to
here.
do it?
Yes. I need help. I can't just move out on my own. I don't have anywhere
Are you the
to take our
primary
daughter.
breadwinner? Yeah.
And
You asking for $1,000 to get up and go?
Yeah.
Are you going to get up and go?
I'm going to get up and go.
You have a problem with giving her $1,000 to establish herself? Tell me the truth.
Yeah, I have a problem with her leaving.
Yeah. You know who can solve that?
Me.
There you go. But if you don't, $1,000 in favor of Ms. Oakes. It is so ordered.
Raven and Isaac appreciate the judge's ruling and they have moved on. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.